More than 100 days into Putin's unprovoked assault on Ukraine, Russia is absolutely bombarding Severodonetsk, a key city in Russia's effort to take over the entire eastern region of the Donbass. And Putin is not solely focusing on the east, with Russia launching airstrikes on Kyiv over the weekend, claiming they were targeting tanks sent from abroad. But a plant that was struck was where freight cars that carry grain were being prepared. This comes as the world is in a food crisis because Russian warships are blocking ports, preventing Ukraine, one of the world's largest breadbaskets, from exporting its grain. Yesterday, Secretary of State Tony Blinken confirmed reports that Russia is stealing grain to sell for its own profit. The Russian ambassador to the UN walked out of a Security Council meeting yesterday after the EU president accused Russia of selling food supplies as a stealth missile against developing countries. Today, Russia said 2 ports in the Azov Sea were ready to resume those grain shipments, but only if Ukraine demines its coast. Joining me now is retired Army Major John Spencer, chair of Urban Warfare Studies with the Madison Policy Forum. So the use of food and grain as a war weapon, just to look at the increase in food prices that's already resulting from this. Sugar is up 21+%. Meat, dairy, cereals, oils, et cetera. The food price index is up 58.5%. This is especially hurting developing countries. Talk a little bit about that, because Russia, per the Associated Press, with Ukraine, the two of them produce almost a third of the world's wheat and barley and half of the sunflower oil. So this is a true crisis.
Yes, Joy, it's not becoming a crisis. It is a global crisis as we talk. I mean, there's over 20 million tons of grain sitting in the Ukrainian silos and ports ready to go out now. This will be felt globally. I mean, it has potential of killing hundreds of thousands in places like Somalia and Ethiopia that rely on this grain. But as you just noted, this will impact the entire world. This is why Putin, this isn't about Ukraine. Putin's a global terrorist. He's using the world's food as a weapon. And
stealing the grain that, where the money rightfully belongs to the Ukrainian people. I mean, as this thing drags on, I mean, not only the theft, but the violence. We have reporting today that more than 1,000 Ukrainians, they're prisoners from Mariupol, one of the most besieged cities in the world right now, or in Europe at the least, have been sent to Russia for investigation. President Zelensky is warning that this winter is going to be extremely difficult. You have the possibility of everything, inability to sell gas, inability to feed themselves. What's going to happen as this thing just drags on and on?
I mean, it literally is genocide. And we've known that from photos of like Bucha and things like that. But just like you said, the thousands of people, the children, Joy, that have been removed out of Ukrainian and put into Ukrainian or to Russian homes. This is global. I mean, there's not been a greater global threat to the world since Hitler. And much of what Putin and his military is doing in Ukraine is very similar to the Nazis, although he called the Ukrainians Nazis. This is only going to get worse. And this is why we have to continue our support at a very large scale. I mean, I don't know why Russia's on the UN Security Council. They're the biggest threat to global security since World War II.
Or why, the newly reelected president of France, Macron, is saying, don't humiliate Putin. Well, why not?
Absolutely. This isn't a normal dispute. This is total war and using war crimes as a method of war against the Ukrainian people. This isn't coming to the political table and negotiating terms. Russia needs to stop. It can stop at any moment. It can open those ports up and let a UN force get that grain to the world economy. It has no military purposes. Putin is evil, and evil unchecked leads to global impact. And that's what we're seeing.
What can we do about it?
I mean, there's a lot we can do about it. We can continue to support the Ukrainians fight, and they're not asking for anybody to fight with them. But these systems that we hear about, the long-range rockets, the steady support, opening those ports, I think the UN can pressure, and it can be a coalition of nations to say, look, this is not about your illegal invasion. This is about the world's food supplies that you're holding ransom. That can stop with a coalition of UN members saying, we're going to not militarily. We're going to open that port up for that food that's the world's. And like the reports have shown, the stealing of their grain, the credible reports, Joy, just so you know, are photos of Russian trucks taking grain out of Ukraine into Russia. I mean, that's like blood grain. It's really soaked in Ukrainian children's blood, and that's theirs. I mean, it's horrible.
It is. And hopefully the world will figure out some way of making Putin back down. Major John Spencer, always a pleasure. Thank you very much, sir. Really appreciate you being here. Up next, Republicans go all in on questionable efforts to sway minority voters with pop-up community centers spreading misinformation and free giveaways aimed at drumming up votes. More next. Stay with us.